family. My name is Vicki Dillard. Thank you so much for tuning in to my own channel here at VickiDillard.tv. You can access me here on YouTube and, of course, directly from the link that connects you here at VickiDillard.tv. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a minute since I've had to sit down on my own platform, but I'm here, beloved, and I am so pleased to be with you today. I do have a little bit of a ritual that as you come in, be sure to come in hitting that thumbs up button and share, share, share. Okay, on the count of three, would you do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button and share, share, share? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Looks like I see somebody popping in now. What is that? Dimitri, AIR, I don't know how to read that handle. Charles, Troy, James, Arthur. It looks like some others are popping on in. How y'all doing? I hope the notifications are going out. Y'all know how they do my channel sometimes, but family, anyway, family, hit that thumbs up button, would you? And share, share, share. Arthur, wow, you are looking good. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Arthur. Just joy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, precious. It's so good to see you all today. I'm so happy that you are here. Who is this? Eunice. Hey, beautiful. Just got done watching your African Diaspora News channel. Ashe. Yes, baby. I'm making the rounds today on my platform and others, beloved. So I'm giving some attention to my own, even though I've been so busy behind the scenes and taking care of so many other things. I see somebody said, Assalamu alaikum from Mississippi. Yes, y'all know Mississippi is my home state. Good to see you today, family. So on the count of three, hit that thumbs up button, would you? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. Share, 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 share. Share, 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 share. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Now, family, I wanted to talk about, among other things, there's so much stuff that's in the news right now. You all know years ago, I created what's known as the 911 underground pandemic. That's when I was on Fly Nubian Queen and giving content to Your Black World, Dr. Voice, and others. Shout out to my beautiful moderator, Miss Cherie, Miss Sharifa. It's good to see you, beloved. So family, I created that, and then I did a couple of 3 collaborations with my brother Visit Islam. I did some with Dr. Rolling, and I did one on my own. I mean, it's just been absolutely amazing because there's so many moving parts to this absolute global scandal. Yes. And the part of the global scandal is the fact that when COVID first came out, remember, we was all about that life of washing your hands, right, family? Y'all remember that? We was all about that life of not endangering other people. But then when we realized, oh, they're trying to give us shots. Oh, y'all mandated it. Oh, y'all stop talking about washing your hands and cleaning your house. Talk black to me, somebody. When we saw the agenda, then when they started telling us we can't even go outside, how many of y'all ever heard of any kind of sickness or disease but a doctor tell you can't go outside? What kind of stuff is that? They tell you don't work out, don't exercise. They discourage you through their policies not to exercise. What kind of mess is that? I don't talk black to me, somebody. And that's when the pharmaceutical industry is still running roughshod over the masses of the people around the planet. But even when they got you all pumped up on them pharmaceutical drugs, how many of you all know that they still tell you that it's okay to walk sometimes, exercise sometimes, get some fresh sunshine sometime? We knew it was something going on that was shady and suspect with this pandemic. How many of y'all know I was on them different platforms? And honey, how many of y'all know I changed it from the word corona to cocoa? I was calling it the shots. I didn't even get into detail about a lot of stuff because they were censoring me, demonetized. They were doing all kind of wicked stuff. And a lot of us wasn't even denying the fact that this thing was out there. It was just the fact that if you even question it, they didn't want you to question it. How you going to claim that you're in the land of the free and the home of the doggone brave? And Ninja, when we sit here just asking questions, you want to shut us down. That's how we know, beloved, that there's an agenda going on. How many of you all know that mainstream media, Joy Reid, Donna Lemonade, the White House, talk black to me, somebody, no matter where you went, they was all saying the same thing, demonizing folks. Remember, they was mocking us for doing our own research. Talk black to me, somebody. Who does that? Shout out to you, Cass, for your gift. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. I'm a student of your mystery school. Oh, and my goddess, Mystery Temple, you are the truth teller and prophetess. Thank you for your, oh, you so welcome, precious. And your gift is blessed a thousandfold. I love it when people give testimonies like that, beloved. And of course, my spiritual work, my metaphysical work always speaks for itself. And it's a great privilege and an honor. If you all don't know what she's talking about, go to my website, join my mystery school at Vicki Dillard. I mean, at VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKI Planet.com. In fact, in my link up there, I've got a link for my website, my store, where you can buy some of my products. And one of my new products is we've got new mini gavels on our website. These aren't just regular gavels, family. These are cherry wood gavels where they're going to be prayed over. I do special magic over them, and then I anoint them with a special oil to amplify your prayers. How many of you all know that the hammer, that the unique spiritual tool of a gavel is a type of hammer? How many of you all know that just like in the natural, it opens meetings, it convenes meetings, it seals official meetings? Yes. How many of you all know that your lawmakers, world leaders, judges use this instrument? And some of y'all don't know they do magic too. But that sound of the hammer of the gavel is a force amplifier. I just broke something down right there, beloved. And I got that revelation some many years ago, not because I'm a part of some group or spiritual group. It's because my divine, I had some supernatural encounters. And so I brought the revelation of the gavel specific to me, spiritual and magic, to social media. Didn't copy nobody. Talk back to me. But I have some available now online, and aren't they adorable? Look, of course, this is a little longer than a traditional gavel. So this is my long gavel, right? So this gives you an idea about how big this mini gavel is. So the reason why this gavel is unique is because of the prayers and the amplification and the anointing that goes with it. And then we mail it out to you. Yes. So the link is above. Go to my website to get yours today. We just restocked, beloved. It took me some time to get it done, but I put a lot of magic and energy in these things. Y'all hear that sound? Talk black to me, somebody. So get yours today at VickiPlanet.com. That's my website. Or just click the link above and you can go straight there to get yours today. Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Family, let's get to where we're going today. Yes. Hey, Miss Sharifa. Miss Sharifa, she's one of my moderators. She's highlighted in blue. They'll be putting important information in there as well. Jackie's sister, share the truth. I love the fact that you bring truth forth. Oh, thank you so much, Precious. I'm so glad that you're with us today. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Like I said, it's been a long time since I have been with you live and direct here on my own channel, but I'm so pleased to be with you today, and I want to get to where we're going right now. Yes. Family. Now, this is what I want to talk about. How many of you all remember seeing, before I get to where we're going right now, how many of you all remember seeing this headline? Now, I started today's broadcast talking about the fact that I've done 911 pandemic broadcast offline. I do that offline so that we're not silenced on these platforms. Yes, because we follow the rules on these different platforms. And even when we were following the rules, honey, we never broke the rules. They the ones switched up on us because there was an agenda. Talk black to me. How many of you all have seen this headline? Let me turn it this way so you can see it. How many of you all have seen this headline? Let me pull back a little bit. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see this headline? How many of y'all know that before Biden got out of office, which was just recently, of course, Donald Trump took the oath of office January 20th. Yes. So you all know this is recent. We're barely in the month of February right now. So this is still fresh, brand new. But how many of y'all know that Biden decided 5 minutes before he got out of office that he was going to do this absolutely outrageous pardoning of Fauci? Yes. And some other suspect individuals. Yes. Now, I need you all to remember, how many of y'all remember over the past few years? Now we're hearing all these so-called conscious white folks talk about how terrible COVID is, right? How many of y'all been hearing about the Joe Rogans of the world, all these white folks that do alternative media? They're not a part of mainstream media, but they still have a lot of large platforms. How many of y'all been hearing about a lot of white folks now talking about the injustice of COVID and how they talking about they being targeted? White people, get behind us. I almost said, get behind me, Satan. You hear all these white people complaining now, talking about how they done use the FBI, weaponizing the law enforcement agencies against them. Ninja, where y'all been? You all created some of these organizations with us in mind, fool. I don't see none of these white folks that's all of a sudden that grew a conscience and then woke up today How many of them sitting there talking about that they're demanding justice be done for us and the weaponization of not only the FBI, but the CIA and all the other organizations? This is what gets me. And some of y'all get excited because y'all see a couple of white folks finally waking up and smelling the begonias. White people tend to do that when they affected. The same way they sit up here talking about Trump with his funny looking self, talking about tariffs on Mexico and tariffs on Canada, talking about one of the reasons he's doing that, talking about to stop the flow of fentanyl. Number one, that's a red herring, which means that that's a cover and they really lying because the powers that shouldn't be got another agenda. They using that to fool the simple-minded sheep, to make y'all think that's what's going on. But to the degree it plays a little small itty bitty role, fentanyl is a big issue. White folks that sit up here talking about fentanyl because they people is affected by it. White people, take your own damn advice. Just say no. How white folks are in court winning court cases against prescription drug companies because white folks can't control themselves from smoking that, taking that stuff. Almost. Y'all the one created crack for our communities and destroyed our communities. Then you turned around and made criminal laws to put us in prison. Then you collaborated with the Contras and you collaborated with the Iranians, which is known as the Iran-Contra scandal, to use drugs against us because Congress made it illegal. How many of y'all know many years ago your government wanted to go to war? How many of y'all know that? And so because they couldn't get around the law of them not misusing funds to go to war, Congress said no. They raised illicit funds by creating crack cocaine, raising money, and entrapping and murdering and killing and incarcerating black folks. But now we got to sit up here and listen to white folks cry a river talking about fentanyl. They suing doctors, drug companies, and they sitting up here blaming whole countries for the flow. White people just say no, ninja. They creating legal trap houses for them to safely take that stuff. And the reason why white folks is doing this because their numbers are automatically, biologically, and naturally diminishing. So white folks are expediting their own non-existence by this drug. This is a part of your karma. Did you think that spirit was just going to let you keep getting away with taking us out? Y'all got accidentally caught up in this with your funny looking self. Just say no. That's what y'all told us when I was a little girl. I'm 46 years of age. Born and raised in Mississippi. The police used to come to our school in elementary with that whole Ronald Reagan's wife. Remember Nancy Reagan's funny looking self? She was the one that was pushing that campaign. Just say no. The police would come to our school. That program was called DARE. How many of y'all know about that DARE program? What y'all know about that DARE program? Hell, I don't need to age myself. I gladly tell people my age. Ain't no shame in me getting older, baby. How many of y'all remember DARE program in school? The reason why they funny looking self did the DARE program because they created the drugs that put us in the condition. Why do we sit up here talking about tariffs on countries? What's wrong with white people? Get yourselves under control. Say no. Did they do all this for us? Why aren't they locking up white people? How they going to court and winning court cases against drug companies and doctors? Talk about it's because they gave me prescriptions for it. Fool, you the one said you needed it though. I'm not justifying the doctors violating the laws and rules and regulations, but damn it, say no. How come nobody is sitting out here asking what's wrong with y'all? How come you can't get that under control and stuff? Do what you told us to do. You don't get no special exceptions. You got yourself trapped in a trap you set for us. Just say no, white people. Talk about some fentanyl. I don't get out with, look, it's only 2 or 3 of us that's affected by that. When you do research on it, they be trying to mess up the research to make you think, oh, it's other people too. No, white people, it's a disproportionate number of white folks, and some of them in the suburbs, and some people are tripping about it. They in the suburbs, they in the rural areas, and they all tripped out and strung out. And they devastated. And gonna sit up here talking about let's. I don't worry about no China and them and Canada. And first of all, China and Canada them ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all lying and stuff. All these exceptions because white people can't get themselves under control. The hell we look like worried about that when y'all locked us up and destroyed our families for multiple generations. And then you created the drug. And then you collaborated with multiple countries against us. Because Congress told you no when you wanted to go to war. How many of y'all remember Oliver North's funny looking self? Look through some of that research. Look through some of his testimonies. Well, we look like sit up here crying the river talking about some fentanyl and the crisis of white people. No! Get to the back of the doggone line. That's imposed. I don't care. I don't know about China and Canada about y'all's uncontrollableness. So let's get to where we're going. So real quick, I want to show you a clip, but before I show y'all that clip, y'all hit that thumbs up button, share. Watch this, fam. Now the article I just showed you, I'm gonna read you a little bit from it. Y'all see the headlines again, right? This is what Joe Biden did. Now y'all notice that Joe Biden, he first of all, he pardoned his son before he pardoned a handful of disproportionate black folks with a lot of other folks too because of petty little drug crimes, right, family? And the only reason why he really probably did that because folks got in his tail about how dare you pardon your son first. He looked so crazy. So to try to make up for what he did. Now watch this. How many of y'all know that Joe Biden's son is a crackhead out here in these streets? He's privileged. They rich. Got prestige. And they still can't get stuff under control. Meanwhile, Joe Biden was back in the day talking about busing, calling us all but animals, equating us to jungles, talking about why we got to lock us up and stuff like that. Meanwhile, your son is out here crackheading it around and stuff, just cracked out. With all the privileges, money, resources, and stuff. That's what the irony is. Talk black to me, somebody. So he pardons his crackhead son, right? Then before Biden left, how many of y'all know Biden, he pardoned all his family, a lot of his family members, Fauci and a bunch of more folks. Do you all see how these are dressed up criminals? These are criminals that have on white coats and 2- and 3-piece suits. But y'all be so quick to talk about people in the streets. I don't want to hear nobody in the streets. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody in the streets. Now let's look at a little bit of this article, and I'm going to show you something about a hearing exchange between RFK. How many of y'all know that Robert F. Kennedy? How many of y'all know I met RF Kennedy and I confronted him over reparations last year? How many of y'all saw that footage? It's right here on my channel at VickiDillard.tv. So check it out. Just go through some of the old videos. I think we got a replay under the video section, and then I think we did it under the live at one time. I don't remember exactly where it is, but you'll find it here. Just Google it. Or just, I'm here on my channel, VickiDillard.tv. Just look through the videos. You'll see it. Yes? Bastet, billions, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold, beloved. Thank you so much. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. Y'all listen to this article before I show you this clip. So before I show you the clip, I'm going to show you a clip of RFK. He ended up stepping down. How many of y'all know he put his support behind Donald Trump? And so Donald Trump appointed him in exchange for his support. He appointed him to be over why am I drawing a blank? Over the medical what is this? I'm not even finna make this up. Let's get the exact name correct. Look, I got the article out here. Okay, Senator Albrook, here it is. Senator Also Brooks, that's her name, believe it or not. I promise you I ain't make that up. Look, this from New York Times. I didn't make it up for y'all sit here and think Vicki just made that terminology up. Senator Also Brooks. She's this black woman senator who rebukes RFK. I want to get the exact position right. It was during his hearing, family, for his confirmation hearing, where she asked him a question. It says here, Senator Angela Also Brooks, Democrat out of Maryland, she condemned remarks by Robert F. Kennedy in his suggestion to receive different dosages for black folks receiving different type of vaccines from his. Now, this hearing has to do with him. Let me pull this up. What is it, family? I'm going to get this right. Look, I had the article ready to go so I could read you and show you the clip from that. RFK. We're going to get this exactly what we want to say. We're not going to make up nothing. I know it's got, I want the exact wording because I'm drawing a blank. Okay. Okay, the exact position is his confirmation hearing so that he can lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Okay, yes, thank y'all. I was finna use some initial, but my initials got to be exact and right. It don't matter what I got up here thinking in my head. No, I want to say it exactly right. Talk black to me, somebody. This is the article I got ready because I want you to watch. I'm finna play a clip in a minute. But before I get to that clip, I'm going back to this other article because I got to lay a quick foundation. I'm not going to be long, okay? Y'all bear with me and hit that thumbs up button, share. Now back to this article. I was talking about Fauci, right? I'm connecting the dots between this COVID, the vaccine stuff, and what was recently admitted the other day. Yes? Are y'all listening? Now, what it says here about Biden pardoning Fauci. Yes? It says in one of his final acts before leaving the White House Monday, President Joe Biden issued a preemptive pardon. Who have ever heard of a preemptive pardon like that? Just for regular people, I mean. A preemptive pardon to Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former chief medical advisor. This is the picture from the headline that I just showed you. Y'all see this? Now, this is what you call white privilege. Preemptive pardons. Fauci helped lead the federal response to the COVID-19 pandemic and directed the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, part of the National Institutes of Health, NIH. I did multiple webinars, hours and hours long. I told you I brought in Brother Riz Islam for 3. Dr. Rowling, we did a couple together. I've done one by myself. I've just been leading the way in these conversations years ago. And that's why I came up with this offline 911 pandemic conversation, because I was being monetized, censored, and all kinds of stuff just for asking questions. Yes? Keep listening. It goes on to say that part of the National Institute, okay, for nearly 4 decades, he served under President Trump during his first term and also under Biden before retiring in 2020. So how many of y'all remember that Fauci was glad-handing and giggling with Donald Trump? How many of y'all remember when Trump was out there just saying stupid and outrageous stuff during his first term, that Fauci was in the corner during the press conference over there giggling? Talk black to me, somebody. Abby YouTube channel, she says, I love watching you from Eritrea. You open my eyes and keep going much. Thank you. Y'all see our Eritrean family that's in the building, our international family? Yes. You're so welcome. Some of y'all probably see my international coverage that I do on African Diaspora News Channel a lot over there. So thank you, beloved. That's my Eritrean family. I get a lot of love from my international family. It's a privilege and an honor, and I'm so honored to hear from so many of you all. I love you back and send my love to your people. And I can't wait, inshallah, to be able to visit your country. Some of y'all may or may not know that the United States has Eritrea in their crosshairs. We've been trying to destroy them for many decades. And there's a reason for that. But I won't go there right now. Listen, family. So are y'all listening? It says Biden issued preemptive pardons for Fauci and a host of others, including Mark Miley, the former chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff and congressional members of the committee investigating January 6th insurrection. Dang, did y'all hear what I said right there? That was a Freudian slip. Listen, Biden also pardoned the U.S. Capitol. What does it say? In Washington, D.C. Yes. In announcing the pardons, Biden said that they should not be viewed. Listen, y'all. Biden said, why y'all laughing at me? I know that was too much right there. In announcing the pardons, Biden said they should not be viewed as a tacit admission they had violated any laws. The pardons prevent Fauci and others from facing prosecution in the future. It says, quote, the issuance of these pardons should not be mistaken as an acknowledgement that any individual engaged in any wrongdoing, nor should acceptance be construed as an admission of guilt of any offense, Biden said in the statement. Our nation owes these public servants a debt of gratitude and their tireless commitment to our country. No, Trick, you owe foundational Black Americans a debt of gratitude. You owe us reparations, and you owe all of our families over the past few generations a complete pardons for these illegal locking them up for the unjust sentences. We deserve pardons because America created crack cocaine. The government created that and put it in our communities and intentionally flooded it to destroy the black family. Y'all gerrymandered us. Y'all redlined us. That's what you need to be given pardons for. And everybody that's black locked up ought to be released. Talk black to me, somebody. And I'm of the persuasion that a lot of people that y'all say is violent crimes, I believe most of them need to be released too. Talk black to me, somebody. Are y'all hearing me today? But see, white folks out here looking out for each other, talking about we owe him a debt of gratitude as a public servant. No, you wouldn't have America if it wasn't for us. Now keep that in mind, how these little devils do stuff. Now remember how they censored us, they tried to stop us, they mandated us, they destroyed businesses. How many of y'all know some of y'all lost y'all's jobs because you wouldn't take the shots? Everybody was affected by this madness from these devils, right? Well, recently, y'all know that Trump, as I just mentioned a few minutes ago, he has tapped RFK to lead the Health and Human Services, right? Well, of course, he has to be confirmed. Well, during his hearings, I want y'all to listen to a little bit of an exchange that he had shamefully with this mammy. They used the black woman to confront him about the black vaccine. They did it on purpose. My point is, while black folks are always readily available to do the bidding of these white supremacists, whether they're Republican or Democrat, y'all get on my nerves with that. Yes, family, hit that thumbs up button, would you? And share, share, share. Now I'm getting ready to cue this. Thumbs up, share, share, share. I'm getting ready to cue this. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this because I don't have my speaker set up. I've been running and busy and stuff. But let me know if you all can hear this before I get started, okay? I'm going to do a sound check. Can y'all hear this? Hold on. Business taxes. But that's a commercial. Can y'all hear it, though? Because that's the sound I'm going to be using. Tax expert who handles your taxes for you with year-round advice. Okay, I'm waiting for this commercial to go off because this clip is connected through this. So watch this. Okay, here we go. This lady you listen to now, can y'all hear it? Yes, thank you. Good. Now I'm gonna show you the clip, okay? Watch this. Okay, here we go. So this lady name, this is Senator also Brooks. It said she's rebuking Robert F. Kennedy for comments on vaccine doses for black people, right? Okay, here we go. Is it ready? Oh, this other commercial about to come up again. Y'all be patient with me. I don't know why they keep playing this mess. That's right, Seymour. Just because they look black don't mean they are black. Y'all know it's a difference between black people and black looking people. Okay, family. Look at what's causing a stir.
On February 26, 2021, an interview with Dr. Judy Mikovits, where you said the following, and I quote, "We should not be giving black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that the particular antigens that blacks have a much stronger reaction. There's differences in reaction to different products by different races.
So I have 17 seconds left. Let me just ask you then. So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Pollen article suggests that blacks need fewer antigens than
this is so dangerous.
You get the same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents would listen to. That is so dangerous. I will be voting against your nomination because your views are dangerous to our state and to our country.
This mammy, she waited during her interaction with him for the last few seconds of her little bit of time that she had to ask him what is a very important and consequential question about why is it that during this podcast, he said that Black folks shouldn't be taking the same vaccines as white people. Now, family, she cut him off when he said there were studies that were done in Poland. Now, before I get into this, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because it's real simple. We're not going to spend all day. I don't even need to drag nobody because it speaks for itself. First of all, in media, mainstream media, and in alternative media, do y'all see how quiet they are? All the white folks that's against mandates and that's supportive of RFK, have y'all noticed how even the white folks that's against the COVID vaccines, have y'all noticed how quiet they are about that part of the hearing? Let me tell y'all something. White people, even those that were against the shots, they not highlighting this part. And a lot of them are not even rebuking Robert Kennedy for saying it because they don't even want to admit it. Have y'all noticed that even the white folks that's against the vaccine, they not talking about this part of the hearing? They saying, shh. How many of y'all know they don't want to come to grips? Neither side, Democrat or Republican, they don't want to come to grips with this hardcore fact. Now, notice she cut him off because did you all know that apparently it's similar with another vaccine? Did y'all hear what he said about, was it measles? Y'all listen, let me play it again. I hope this thing don't come on again. Y'all listen close. We don't need to make up nothing. I'm letting him speak for himself. He said this during the hearing, and she wanted to use his words against him. And for those of y'all who don't know RFK, he's an attorney, and he sues medical companies, all kind of folks. So he knows the research really better than a lot of people, right? This is not something that white people be wanting to admit, some of them.
2021, an interview with Dr. Judy Mikovits, where you said the following, and I quote,
"It won't turn.
We should not be giving Black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that to particular antigens that Blacks have a much stronger reaction. There's differences in reaction to different products by different races.
So I have 17 seconds left. Let me just ask you then. So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Poland article suggests that Blacks need fewer antigens than
this is so dangerous.
You get the same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents would listen to. That is so dangerous. I will be voting against your nomination because your views are dangerous to our state and to our country.
She cut him off because he was finna tell her that it's a similar phenomenon with something else in that interaction. If this white man, and people don't tend to they don't normally do this, tells you that the research, and he's quoting certain studies, he's telling you that y'all's immune system is better on certain things and you don't require the same type of vaccines because our antigens are different. Do you see how that mammy cut him off and talking about you look dangerous? Thank you, Urban, that says I'm gorgeous. Thank you, Precious. Something is wrong with you, Black family, when you want to be a part of a white supremacy system so bad that when they're giving you scientific research that says it's showing in multiple studies that our genes is different than theirs, and it does not, our immune systems is stronger than theirs, and it does not require the same, you get offended because it's better or stronger. That tells me your devotion. Do y'all see how sick that is? Now, what is mainstream media out there saying? What are folks mad about? Everybody is mad because Robert F. Kennedy used the phrase Blacks. Do I prefer that language? Hell no. But I don't miss the forest for the trees. What was more important than the language he used about blacks? What was more important is he was admitting scientific research that shows something that we're not normally told. How many of you all know that a part of the reason why they tried to censor us, these platforms, was because we were saying, why are they targeting us, black folks, more than they targeting anybody? How many of y'all know that Bill Gates has been targeting Africa and black folks and the most melanated folks with this medical little shenanigans? How many of y'all know they do specialized stuff on us that they don't do on everybody else? How many of you all know that it's American history that they always use science and labs to do warfare against us? How many of y'all know this is why I talk about stuff like this offline so that I can get in the nitty gritty? I'm still not going to get into details, but how many of you all know the reason why they do a lot of scientific stuff in secret in their labs? Because they know stuff about you, ninja, that they don't know, that they know you don't know. How many of y'all know a lot of the stuff that they get us hooked on is so that they can destroy certain things about our bodies and our biological and physiological makeup that you don't even know about yourself? We are different. And the fact that black folks is out here screaming and hollering about the fact that he said blacks, ninja, if you Democrats are mad that he used the phrase blacks, then how you feel voting for Joe Biden that just told us before this last election that we ain't black if we don't vote for him? If that bothers you, what do you think about Joe Biden and the whole Democrat Party who, like Robert Kennedy, are against reparations? If that bothers you, what about Kamala, who told you she wasn't about to do nothing for just black people? Do you see how stupid and crazy we sound when we're focused on the word, when the whole system is messed up, the whole system is racist? But the best thing that we got out of that was the fact that he was acknowledging something that didn't nobody else want to say, and she cut him off. I thought that the whole things that the Democrats were saying is that we don't believe in the science. He's sitting there quoting scientific studies, and she cut him off so he don't pull the proof out. Some of his sources that she cut him off on was the multiple studies that was done in Poland. How many of y'all know that you can't get more lily white than Poland? Talk black to me. So how many of y'all know that if Poland over there, they over there doing studies and stuff, but they hardly any black people over there, they know stuff? How many of y'all know that it was initially Black Americans, Foundation of Black Americans, that was reporting that black women in particular was complaining that it was messing with their cycles, those shots. It was messing with their reproductive parts. How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all know it was no other groups that they were sitting out there changing hip hop songs to, coming in our communities, giving us rides to go get the shots, offering us, that's the only time they offered us tangibles. They was giving families extra food, credit cards, and all kind of weird stuff. Remember? How many of y'all know they was targeting us in a way they was targeting no other group out there? That's right, Proud of You. The Proud of You said they wanted us to go first. How many of y'all know they came for me? In a news article, trying to get me for disinformation. Y'all remember that? Talk black to me, somebody. I think it was called First Draft Newspaper. I talked about that a lot. They was going in on the Nation of Islam, and then they came after me. Y'all see this? Y'all see this headline? I'll be trying to turn it so you can see it. Y'all see this? In this article, this the headline. Now, even though I'm not formally a part of the Nation, they go in on a bunch of different people. Of course, they go in on Minister Louis Farrakhan. They highlight brother Risa Islam and Dr. Wesley. I'm the only woman that they come for, even though I don't even have a formal relationship like that with them anymore. I have high respect for the Nation of Islam. Y'all know I do nonstop commentary. I set the precedent for defending the Nation of Islam in these spaces. I mean, under this section of the article, y'all see this? Y'all see this headline? What does it say right there? Under this section of the article. Whose name do y'all see popped up there? Who named y'all? And whose Instagram post did they include in the article? That's one of the broadcasts I did. I posted the article that I was getting ready to go live on. I think I did this one on Fly Nubian Queen. I may have did it on mine here too. Y'all see that? This is my post, y'all, that I posted on my Instagram page. Y'all, they included the post that I put up. Yeah, I did do it on Fly Nubian Queen. That's what it say. They put this in the article, y'all. Look, this is my post I put up on Instagram. This is what they mad about. Do y'all see how I didn't even use the word vaccine? I was using the word vax, cocoa, and then I used the emoji for a syringe. Notice I didn't talk about what they put in the shots. I only talked about the fact of Tyler Perry, right? I did that so I could still talk about the subject without getting into any of the details because they was doing so much censorship and demonetizing. Y'all see that? This news article is supposed to be a fact-checking article. They didn't contact me. They're going to put in here, I'm just going to read you a little bit of what they said about me. It says a video posted on the YouTube channel of influencer Vicki Dillard titled The Real Reason RX. Notice I didn't even use the word medical. I use the RX symbol. RX Industry contacted Tyler Perry about the shot. Also makes several unsubstantiated claims about Perry, including that he is a willing pawn for white supremacist institutions and systems. How do you know, Ninja, that if you don't sit down in that video, y'all, I showed y'all a video where Tyler Perry was on Gayle King's morning show. I played his own words. I played the portion of his interview he did with Gayle King where he told the whole world how he didn't even take the shot at first and how the hospital, the medical industry contacted him to take the shot after he initially refused to take it. And then he turned around and did a BET special on it. I played the part where he made it clear how he was hesitant and how he initially refused to take it. I played the part where he said they contacted him from the hospital, from the medical industry, and asked him to take it and to reconsider. And then to turn around and do a special program on BET, which was meant to influence us to take it. That's what I quoted in this broadcast. So ask yourself this question: why they mad that RFK said that black folks' immune systems are stronger and we don't require the same vaccines as white people? Ask yourself, all the white folks that y'all said was on our side with the vaccines, how come they not posting that left and right? Because even they don't want to admit it. Exactly. Which one of my sisters just said, where's Dr. Kizzy? How many of y'all remember me doing that broadcast on Kizzy? That's that black lady that was in Fauci's lab. They tried to make her the face of the vaccine. I told y'all remember them. How many of y'all remember I did that on her butt 2 years ago? Y'all know I don't be lying about the precedent I done set for these topics. Darlene X said, yes, we remember. How many of y'all remember I told y'all then how that's how they was using her funny looking silly self? How many of y'all know I said Kizzy, her name out the movie about the slave? Jeez Louise. Talk black to me, somebody. How many of y'all know they call her that on purpose? That name Kizzy. How many of y'all know that's why they call her that? Remember, that's not that girl's name. She got a long, deep name that's hard to pronounce. And Fauci talking about he called her that for short, Kizzy. Thank you, Ruth. His behind is thinking about slavery and Ruth to my kid. I call her Kissy. And she just, oh, that's that psychological. You understand? That's that psychology. Family, I got to get ready to go real quick, but I'm just going to put this right here and not going to say nothing. I can't talk about this book in the details. How many of y'all know what our scholar warrior mother, may she rest in power, the great Dr. Frances Cress Welsing? And by the way, family, I heard, and I want to say that I even, did I? I don't want to make up nothing. I think I liked on, yes, I did. I'm looking to see. Hold on, I'm looking for a family. How many of y'all heard about, let me see if I sign on. Neely Fuller, hold on. How many of y'all heard about our brother Neely Fuller passed away, just passed away? Yes, I did. I did like on it. Our brother Tariq posted this saying, rest in power to the master teacher Neely Fuller Jr. How many of y'all heard about that? She quotes Dr. Francis was apparently very close to him, and she quotes some of our dear brother's stuff. Yeah, I just heard it today. That's why I looked it up to make sure I got it right. So yeah, that was just today, literally just today that I heard about it. I mean, I don't know when he officially passed, but it had to be recently. It must have been based on what I've been seeing on social media. But again, I have not looked into the details of it. But anyway, family, how many of y'all know that Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, the reason why they didn't like this scholar is because she broke down the fact that the oppressor is worried about genetic annihilation. But I'm going to leave that alone. They ain't ready for that. How many of y'all know y'all not ready for the scientific conversation? Some of them ain't. We are. But a lot of them ain't ready for the conversation about the mitochondria and how it's the black woman that you can trace. The mitochondria that's in every group of people is traced back to their ancient mother. All of them, every people group coming from the black woman. That means automatically, family, that our genes, our DNA, and our cellular makeup ain't the same, silly. Y'all just gonna play dumb? Now, and the liberal side and the side that's against the vaccine, they quiet. They ain't saying nothing either. They talk about every other part of his hearing except that part. This leaves them shook. And y'all know this is the kind of conversation I have offline. I'm going to let you know when I'm having my next 911 pandemic offline. That's one of my lower cost webinars. I have not set that officially up yet for the next one, but I'll let you know. So stay tuned for that. Family, be sure to get your mini gavels. As you all can see here, this is actually a little bit longer than half the size. It's about, probably, to be honest, it's closer to 3/4 the size. But this is like cherry wood. These are going to have special prayers on it. It's going to be anointed with a special enchanted oil before we mail these out. This is meant to amplify your prayers and your mantras. Get yours today on our website. We'll be sending them out. Some people have already started to buy some, but we're not going to send them out for another week because I'm still doing special prayers and rituals on them. So get yours today. Family, it's very, 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 I'm so excited about it. So we just updated our website for those that have been asking, how can I get my hammer? And be sure, family, to take your pictures and tag me on Instagram. You may have to tag me a couple times because I'll be missing a lot of the stuff. So tag me a couple times, and who knows, we may even highlight your picture. Yes. Family, be sure to check out the community page here. Sometimes I put up notices on the community page here. Beloved, thank you so very much. Yes, may our brother Neely Fuller Jr. rest in peace. That's right, beloved. Rest in power. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I got to run real quick, but I just want to let you all know, again, I intentionally didn't go into detail, family, because y'all know these platforms be funny. Even though now they let you at least say the word now, they let white folks get away with more stuff than that, and I'm not going to take no chances. But just stay tuned for my next upcoming 911 pandemic. I'll be announcing when I'm going to be doing a special webinar and explain to you the latest agenda on that. But I wanted you all to see people are tripping because nobody wanted to hear that in a formal setting like a hearing, a congressional hearing for the Health and Human Services director. And of course, how many of y'all know a lot of the folks, the main folks that's against RFK is mostly Democrats. How many of y'all know that? Talking about some believe the science. No, they rejecting the science. And they don't even want us to think for ourselves. They want you to take the shot and shut up. The same Democrats that tell you that they have a right, to get an abortion, they say that's my body, my choice. They the same one to tell you that they can tell you what to put in your body when it come down to the shots. destroying lives, destroying businesses, destroying homes. People lost houses, cars, families was messed up. And come to find out what? They lied about all the stuff that they told us a shot could do. It doesn't stop transmission. It doesn't stop you from getting it. Doesn't stop you from transmitting to a whole bunch of other folks. How many of y'all know that Joe Biden's wife, people that's a part of the administration, how many of y'all remember even Donald Trump ended up getting the cocoa? Remember Donald Trump was taking at the time a special medicine, and his black doctor, Dr. Carson, then Dr. Carson, one of them black folks that was a part of his administration, remember they got it too, but Donald Trump had to get special permission for his black staff member to get it. Donald Trump and them was taking the special medicine so they could get over it. How many of y'all know Joe Biden? I think he ended up getting it later on. I believe he had it earlier. They just didn't want to admit it earlier. His wife got it 2-3 times, and she got the triple, the double shot, the triple vax, the boosters, and all that. Remember, they lied to us about all that at first. Just lied. And they throw so much at you, they expect you to forget all the lies that they told. And the fact that you even questioned it. They was calling us a hack and disrespecting us and coming for us. They done lost their minds, family. Don't be crazy. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. I look forward to seeing you soon, family. It won't be as long next time I come here on my own channel at VickiDillard.tv, okay? I love you. I can't wait to see you again.